Hello, and thank you for choosing Clip Creator. This brief tutorial will get you on your way to saving time and headaches when preparing deposition clips. Let's get started.
Clip Creator is now in its third version, and the latest changes are nothing short of amazing when it comes to trapping errors and streamlining the clip creation process. The main purpose of Clip Creator is to generate load files for importing into trial presentation systems to automate the creation of rough cut deposition clips. In Trial Director, these are known as clip creation scripts, and for sanction users, they are referred to as a clipped list. If you are unfamiliar with these, please consult the documentation for the respective programs. In addition to these formats, Clip Creator will export to tab delimited and comma delimited files. On the input level, Clip Creator is designed so that you may manually enter designations using the number keypad on the keyboard, moving from one field to the next with the Enter key to speed input. Clip Creator will also import a text file containing designations, removing the need for manual input, as well as the new clipboard polling feature, which will be demonstrated later in this video. To begin, we need to give Clip Creator some basic information about the deposition. Enter the date and name of the deponent. You may also set deposition volume and suffix for the deponent's name, if any. By default, the Auto ID option is enabled. The first and last initial of the deponent is pulled as you type the name of the deponent and entered in the Clip ID prefix field. This can be changed manually. You may also add a line separator. The lines per page field is used in error trapping. Some court reporters use 24 and 26 line transcripts, but by and large the default is 25. Change this if necessary for the particular transcript you are making clips for. The pad page selections allows for up to 4 zeros of page padding. The pad line number option is for 2 zeros only. The Replicate in ID checkbox applies all of the selected padding options to the clip ID as well as the ranges that appear in the clip's window to the right. To better visualize this, we will start with a sample clip so that you can see what the different selections produce. By entering a start page number, we start the Auto ID process, and you can see an example ID being built in the Clip ID field. Once a start line is entered, the ID is complete. If you choose, you may turn off the Auto ID feature and manually enter an ID for each clip. You may also assign descriptions for each clip. Checking the descriptions checkbox enables the descriptions field and the sticky checkbox. When sticky is checked, the description entered will apply to all clips entered from this point forward. You may uncheck this option and manually enter a description for each clip as you enter the ranges. If you are creating clips for import into Trial Director, you are given the additional Append to Previous option. When checked, the entered clip range will be imported under the previous clip's ID, forming a multi-segment clip. Now that we have gone over the setup, let's make some clips. As each clip range is completed with the end line entry, two things happen. The clip's window is appended with the range and the format selected, and the data grid at the bottom of the window gets a new entry as well. The data grid will be discussed more as we get into some of the advanced features of the program. The cursor is moved back to the start page field and is ready to accept the next entry. Now that we have a few in the system, let's move on to the next step, saving the entered clips. You can do this via the Save button or by selecting File, Save. A default file name is generated based off the deposition date and deponent's name. Now let's look at the Clipboard Polling feature. Select Clipboard Polling from the Settings menu. The title bar of Clip Creator now indicates Clipboard Polling Active. Once active, you can scroll through any document you have been given in electronic format and mine for designations. Once a designation is identified, simply highlight and copy the designation. Clip Creator will then jump to the top of the window stack and parse out the range and enter the page line designations for you. You are now presented with the option to make or cancel the operation. Click Make and the clip with the appropriate ID and format will be appended to the clip's window. Clip Creator is very flexible when it comes to the format the designation is in, as you can see from these examples. Clip Creator will also take single-line designations and format them correctly as well. At this time, Clip Creator will only work with text. It will not conduct optical character recognition on scanned documents. Another way to get clips into the system is through the import feature. Again, this only works with plain text, not scanned images, Word, or RTF documents. A good rule of thumb is that if it won't open in Notepad, it won't work with Clip Creator. Set up the deposition and deponent information as before, and choose the output format. Then select File, Import Clips. Navigate to the file containing the clips you want to import and click Open. Clip Creator imports and processes all the clips in the file. It is important to note that if you are using the Trial Director format, all clips should be separated by a blank line unless you want them to be imported as one multi-segment clip. We will talk about modifying the multi-segment clips in a bit, but first we are going to go over some of the error messages that you may encounter when making or importing clips. The first level of error trapping is for standard typos. The page and line fields will only accept numbers. If you miskey a symbol, or in the case of the line entry, a number higher than that designated in the lines per page field, an error message will appear. Range errors will also be trapped if you enter a designation that begins before it ends, starting on page 12, line 2, and ending on page 11, line 2, for example. In these instances, you can simply hit the backspace key and move from one field to the previous field, eliminating the need for you to reach for your mouse. Clip Creator will also check every clip entered against all previous clips to see if you've already designated the range. There are more complicated situations that may arise which may not actually be an error, but Clip Creator will notify you of these just to be safe. These are subset, superset, and overlap designations. You will have instances where the designated range is a subset of the previously designated range. In these cases, Clip Creator will give you the option to delete the new shorter clip, delete the larger clip in favor of the new shorter clip, go back and edit the range you have entered, or simply ignore the error altogether and create the clip as is. The same options are given should you enter a range that is a superset of the previously existing clip, that is, the designated range encompasses an earlier entered page line series. Another often encountered error is the dreaded clip overlap. These most often occur when you are called on to take a set of designations for both plaintiff and defense sides of the case and merge the designations together for continuous, non-duplicative playback in court. Clip Creator gives you the option to merge these clips together when they are encountered, eliminating duplicative testimony. Once the clips are entered and all errors have been resolved, there still may be some changes that you want to make before importing the clips into your presentation system. As discussed earlier, changing the format of the clips is a simple task. Just select the format you want from the settings menu, and Clip Creator will automatically reformat the clips for you. You may wish to modify the clip names by changing the clip ID prefix. To do this, enter the new prefix you wish to use in the Clip ID prefix field and click the Rebuild button in the bottom right corner of the program. Modifying clip descriptions is slightly different. To change the descriptions on a global basis, check the Descriptions checkbox, enabling the description field. Enter the data you want to appear for each clip and then check the sticky box. Now right-click on the data grid view and select Rebuild Descriptions, which will populate the description field in the data grid with your new entry for all clips. By clicking the Rebuild button, the clips window will be changed accordingly. If you want to change a few of the descriptions, make the changes manually in the data grid view, then click the Rebuild button. If you have the Trial Director format selected, you will have the Append to Previous column visible. The checkboxes can be turned on and off manually to change the grouping of the clips for single or multi-segment clip playback. Make any changes you wish, then click the Rebuild button. Additionally, the right-click menu also gives you the option to append all or append none, checking or clearing all of the clips respectively. You may want to reorder the designations sequentially, especially if you are merging two sets of designations from both sides of a case. This is done by right-clicking the data grid and selecting Reorder Clips Sequentially. You may be tempted to manually make changes to the ranges in the data grid. This will work, however, it is not advised. Manipulating the page line designations this way bypasses the error trapping features of Clip Creator. If you want to change a clip, it is always best to delete the clip from the data grid view by highlighting the row and hitting the delete key. Then rebuild the clips via the Rebuild button. We hope that this video has answered all of your questions, but if it has not, please feel free to email support@evidenceapps.com